Hi guys, it's SkintBoot here, and today what I'm gonna be bringing you guys fucking finally is a newer updated video for the old setup. I haven't done a setup video in God knows how long, and the last time I made one, so much has changed since then. So I feel like today it would be wise to give you a bit of a rundown of the setup, look at how things are different now, some newer additions, just some, you know, general kind of showy-offy sort of stuff, so I can break down some of the newer parts, some of the older parts that have been changed around, and so forth. So for once, the lighting is actually fucking good, because it's the middle of the day, so things should hopefully seem a lot clearer. You've probably noticed straight away that this was not there before, and yes, you're right, because this desk over here obviously used to be here and the bed used to be over there, but with the introduction of the old TV, which I'll get to soon, I swapped this around. So basically where the desk was, I now have the bed, and above the bed I have the same shelves, but the vinyls are gone, and I instead have two posters and a guitar. So we might as well start over here. So this guitar I have had for a very long time. I think I might have got it for my 13th birthday, around that, 13 or 15 or something weird like that. Lovely present from my dad, and I did used to play guitar. I still can play it, but I've just forgotten a lot of it. But needless to say, I tried to get a bit of a red theme on the go here, and this was absolutely perfect. So I hung it on the wall. It's an Epiphone SG, so it's not a Gibson, so obviously it's not quite as up there, I guess you could say, but still an absolutely beautiful guitar, and it served me well for a good few years, really. So that kind of sits above the bed. Now, to the left of it, we have two posters. These are the same frames which I used to have the old posters in, the film posters. However, I just replaced the print with two Fallout themed kind of minimalist posters. So obviously we have a New Vegas one right here, and we just have a general kind of Nuka-Cola one. You can see me chilling right here. But these two off eBay, same frames, just different prints. And I was originally planning to have them above the desk, but events transpired and they're no longer up there. But yes, they are there, and they're just hung on a nail and add a bit of colour to the wall, so that's nice. We have the floating shelves, which once housed books, but now houses my No Man's Sky shrine, because I've had a bit of a swap round. But basically these are just two very cheap, very basic IKEA floating shelves, and on them I just keep what's left of my my No Man's Sky collection. There's so much more, but I just can't fit it on these. So we have the art book here, which I've shown you a million times, the Explorer ship, the Baby Sentinel, which was sent to me, and above we have good old the Gek, the Bad and the Ugly, Dope Man's Sky, fucking beautiful comic, and again a 3D printed ship which was sent to me. So these are the two shelves. I don't have them on the big shelves anymore because the setup means that if I use a webcam, you can't actually see the big shelves. So I thought, what's the point in, you know, making them just No Man's Sky? So instead I've made them just focused on gaming in general, but I'll get onto that in a second. But yes, those are there, and right below them just sits the bed. And if you're thinking, boy, you're gonna fucking crack your head on that, no, I haven't done that just yet. But that probably will happen one day. But yeah, and over here is where we have the difference. So these are the shelves which, of course, once housed the No Man's Sky shrine, I guess you could say. But now I've devoted them to just like a general kind of gaming setup sort of thing. So on the top shelf here, we have my Fallout shrine. I've gone over this a million times, but we have the Vault-Tec lunchbox, which is a nice little collectible, a Fallout 4 bobblehead, Fallout 3 on the 360 just stood up, the Fallout 3 bobblehead, and 2 Nuka-Cola bottles, which I've had for absolutely fucking ages. You might be asking, Dan, mate, why the fuck is Fallout 3 on your little podium? And that's because Fallout 3 is by far my favourite Fallout game, and I would go as far as to say it's my favourite game ever. So this is probably bought around 2010, I think this copy was. Still have the receipt somewhere from when GameStation used to exist in the UK. But yes, that's Fallout 3. So that's the little shelf up there. Down here, which is still very much a work in progress, but this is just the kind of shelf where I show off the games. So we have like the old gen games here, then the new gen games here. So over on the left here we have all the 360 titles, and of course the 360 is held so dearly in my heart because this is the console I used for the majority of my childhood. Yes, I know it isn't straight, I know it's slanted, I know Burnout Revenge is literally falling off the edge, but it's the only way I can do it. But yeah, so we got Burnout Revenge, you know, Battlefield 3, near enough all of the Call of Duties, minus Modern Warfare 3, Ghosts and some other kind of lower key ones. But Black Ops 2 especially, childhood right there. Left 4 Dead 2, the original Red Dead, Skate 3, Skyrim, Sleeping Dogs. A lot of the 360 games I sold when I tried to buy the Xbox One back in the day, so these are the only ones which I have left. But I would say that these are definitely up there with the favourites. I mean, Black Ops 2, Burnout Revenge, the original Red Dead, Skate 3, you know, these are all fucking classics. Absolutely brilliant games. And I keep them up there as kind of like a reminder of what once was, keeping the old gen alive a little bit. In the middle, which I know looks really stupid, but I'm yet to find something large to put here. It's just where I put an Xbox controller. I don't even use the Xbox anymore, but I don't have a stand for the PS4 controller, so I went with that. But yes, this is temporary. I'll sort this out. And on the right, we have the new gen games. So we have a mix of Xbox One and PlayStation 4. So obviously Red Dead 2, 2 copies of NHL, which I'll get to. Dying Light, you know, Injustice 2, COD World War 2, No Man's Sky, of course. FIFA, Spider-Man, 76, Skyrim, Fallout 4, Steelbook. You know, these games are just, you know, standard kind of current gen games which everyone would probably have. The reason I have 2 NHL copies is this is when I played the Xbox and I got NHL 19 for Christmas, but then when I stopped using the Xbox once I got the PS4, I had to rebuy it, and I'm trying to sell the Xbox version. It's not going too well, but yeah, that's the general gaming shelf. Again, very much a work in progress, especially on this lower half here. But I'm quite happy with the top half. So down below is the good old TV. So this is hooked up to a PS4, which I'll get to in a second. But yeah, this is just a standard TV, 1080p, which we had downstairs. But when we got a new TV for the family, we basically got rid of this one, and I took the opportunity to pinch it. So it sits on the old dresser, which used to be next to my bed. I know it looks stupid because it's so small, and trust me, I'm getting a bigger one soon, I hope. But yeah, this basically stays hooked up to the PS4. It means that I can have just one monitor for the computer and not have 2 monitors, one for PC, one for console. It's very nice. It means I can lay back and I can, you know, just sit on the bed and fucking play. So that's really good. Straight down here are a few things which I probably have never brought up. I have an Anaheim Ducks puck. Obviously I have NHL literally in the disc tray. I like ice hockey, and the Ducks are the team which I've supported for a fair amount of years now. So that's there. Down here we have a Amsterdam ashtray. This was, again, you know, a product of my travels. Very subtle, I know, but I bought this in Amsterdam. And obviously I can never use an ashtray because I don't smoke, and I don't smoke outside. So instead I put a candle in it and just left it here. So yeah, it's just a little kind of product of the travels, I guess you could say. In terms of the desk, a fair amount has changed here. Got a mirror for one, which is quite nice. The 3 good old drawings, which are still going strong, up here in like a little abstract pattern. Got a lava lamp on the go. The same monitor, which I've had for God knows how long. And the No Man's Sky print. Again, eBay, but this was fucking expensive. About 30 quid this was, but I got it as a Christmas present, so I didn't have to pay for it. But it looks absolutely beautiful, very abstract, very clean and shiny, you know, sharp as hell. And kind of reminds me, you know, Dan, make some fucking videos, goddammit. So that's sort of the point of it. Down here though, we just have the same kind of peripherals, you know, same desk. Not much has changed here. The only thing that has changed is that I finally washed my mouse mat. So it's actually kind of white, you know, it's whiter than it's ever been before. So that's pretty nice. But keyboard's still the same keyboard, still got the same mouse. Apart from, for whatever reason, this light here has just stopped working, and also the DPI buttons and the side buttons don't work. It's a Mamba, so not entirely sure what's gone wrong with that, but that's life, and I can't seem to find the warranty or even where the fuck I bought it from, so that's kind of a pain in the ass, but I guess that's life. We have a little phone stand here, which I would use to charge my phone if I wasn't using it to record. The same 144Hz monitor, the Blue Yeti with a pop filter that for once isn't covered in fucking tape. Krakens, which are definitely on their way out, like way overdue to get an upgrade for these, but I'm somewhat attached to them because I've had them for so goddamn long. But yeah, they are really starting to break now, so I'm gonna have to get some new ones. Pulp Fiction poster, still going strong. Hidden behind here is a small little Buddha head, which no, I haven't been to Thailand or anywhere like that. I just bought that online. And the good old vape. I haven't really gone into my my setup, my big fucking rig. I know some of you don't care. Some of you might possibly vape. It's a Voopoo Drag Mini. So it's a drag, which is one of the most famous and kind of well sought after vapes going. But it's the smaller version, so the tank is a lot smaller. It's less kind of bulky. The battery isn't as big. It's a more compact version basically. So at the moment these coils only go up to 80 watts. I am planning on getting ones that go higher, but yeah, I'm rocking a 75 wattage with some marshmallow liquid, which is pretty fucking nice. But yeah, good vape, damn good vape. You know, it keeps me sort of going when I'm editing and all of that bollocks. But yeah, that's the vape. I know some of you probably don't care. Here we have just a collection of loads of random shite. A lot of this stuff has changed since I last made the setup, so I'll go over them. But these top two shelves I have dedicated to my books. Originally, you know, I had all the Stephen King books up here, or they were like, you know, over there or some shit. But I was like, you know what, why don't I just put them together? So we have an absolute load of books up here. All of these are basically the same. These are the ones which they've always been. Down here, there's a few minor additions, like for example, American Psycho and Blade Runner. Bought these two recently, but currently I'm reading the first Lord of the Rings, so I need to power through that first. I have a massive backlog, you know, I've got like basically most of my Stephen King books I'm yet to read. And of course some up here as well. So, you know, I've just got an absolute fat backlog of books, and it's gonna take me a good few years to finally finish them. There's some random stuff just kind of jetted about that I don't have a place for. Like for example, this tiki head I bought in Norway. So this is one of the kind of the relics, I guess you could say. Over here, my Lenin head, still going strong. Over here we have a little kind of like a I don't know what you would even call this. It's like a little Asian cat. Bought this in Poland. Likewise, this Catholic rosary bead prayer thing was given to me in Poland for free. So I just keep that up there. And believe it or not, I'm not religious, but I'm fairly open to it, and I studied it for A-level, so I find it very interesting. I do have a fair amount of religious stuff, specifically other religions, you know, that aren't Christianity, hence the two Hindu statues, and the cat and the Buddha and the Seekers and plates and all of that. So I'm very open to it. I very much like it. But yeah, these are just the books. Nothing really exciting here unless you like books. You might have noticed a few which you rate or whatever, but yeah, that's that. A lot of them I like reading. Reading isn't for fucking nerds. Come on man, reading's sick, allow it. So down here we have a a shelf which was supposed to be a music shelf, but again, I just kind of ran out of stuff to put on it. But this is where a lot of some, you know, really quite interesting things are. So for example, this is one of the Milo Zolotto Coldplay comics. So Milo Zolotto was the worst Coldplay album, the one with Paradise in it, you know, the 2011 release. Or was it 2012? This is the one thing I never remember. I think it was 2011. But yeah, this is one of the comics because they released a Milo Zolotto comic series for some reason. I have all 6 of them. They're all in like a little plastic wallet hidden away somewhere in case they get valuable. But this is issue 6 of 6, as you can see. Just a really nice cover, and they're fairly hard to come by, so I thought they looked really nice to put on the shelf, definitely. Here we have a Sonos speaker. Again, this was a, I think this was a birthday present. Very good speaker, big fat bass, it's Wi-Fi instead of Bluetooth, which is quite handy, but then also causes some problems if you have slow Wi-Fi. But it's a nice speaker. It very much looks like a trash Mac, you know, like the little compact computers. But yeah, good, really loud, good bass on it, good quality. Fucking good speaker. Sonos are very good. Again, more random stuff. The good old Rush of Blood to the Head coaster, which has been sat there for ages. A fake plant, and again a little piece which I got from Poland, or Krakow, however you want to say it, which is like a little sort of dragon and a castle, bit Skyrim-esque, and still trying to find a place to put that. But yeah, that's that. So if you go down the shelf, we have the film parts. So here we have some of the pop vinyls, which I've shown you all before. You know, 2 Jack Torrances, 2 Pennywise, 2 Pulp Fiction ones. You know, Vincent Vega, my fucking pride and joy. All there, all boxed, all out of the way of the sun. So if they ever get any more value, they're all sat there. To the left is a Venom comic. This is something I'm very proud of because this was a an official film collectible. But it's also not for resale. I don't think you can buy these anywhere. Instead, I managed to pick this up at the Odeon where I went and saw Venom. They were just giving them out for free. It's like a very short introduction to the Venom comics, but of course it's based on the film, so you know, Tom Hardy's there. But yeah, it's a really fucking nice piece. I'm not too big on Marvel, but Venom was surprisingly good, and this comic kind of adds to that, really. It looks really damn sexy. Don't have a place for it, so I just kind of squeeze it down there. Over here on the right, we have the old films, which are just chilling, and of course a Pennywise head knocker, which is like a more expensive pop vinyl. They make these for like really precise films, so the only one which I actually recognised was It. So of course I had to get them, probably about £30 so, all hand painted. Really good quality, really damn good quality. And down here we just have a load of shat. Here's the PS4, some plugs, some vape liquid, you know, nothing really too interesting. And yeah, that is about it really. The computer's still sat down there, and everything really is as it should be. There's not a great deal of stuff which has drastically changed. It's a lot of what I've always had, but just, you know, rearranged or placed slightly differently. But yeah, this is my setup for 2019. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this or found this interesting, and if you did, please do feel free to leave a like on the video, and if you guys could also subscribe to MZK, then that'd be absolutely fantastic. And as always, I will see you guys on my next video. This is SkintBoot, signing out.